Hey guys, back with another one. Make sure that you are subscribed to my second channel. It is pinned at the top of the description box. I'm sorry for the wait. I know I'm really bad with that, but I'm sorry for the wait. Hold on one second. Yeah, I just want to check my connection on the other end. I don't want to keep too many tabs open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down for a second. This is something that I definitely want to share with you, but not at this moment. So getting right into it, make sure you all hit that like button. But I do agree with some of the responses to hearing the updates with Blueface. Now we are, bored. We're bored without Blueface, and we're definitely bored without Chrisean Rock. We were bored without Blueface prior to Chrisean Rock getting locked up. However, we all know that they are the Bonnie and Clyde of social media. Um, so early this morning, because I'm an early bird, I got up and I did get a notification about a change in Blueface's supervision status or whatever, somebody else taking over on his probation. I paid no attention to it. However, the greatest and the latest Hennessy review, I'm going to show a snippet of what is important, which is that pretty much from what I'm being told or hearing, he got a slap on the wrist in Nevada. He still is facing the alleged rumors of meth being found in his cell, which we know was confirmed by Wack 100, even though we know he lies, that it was tested for weed, and Wack 100 said it was THCA, less than 3% weed, which we all know that it's considered something that you're not supposed to have, paraphernalia that's not supposed to be in the jail. That's like saying, oh, he just had ecstasy. That's a man-made drug. Or in fact, meth, which is a man-made drug. So that's not really a drug, but it was found in his room, so he's not going to be in trouble. So, pretty much that's how silly Whack 100 sound when he tried to when he had to come to the defense of Blueface, because allegedly he said a channel holder had exposed it. I guess coming to the court appearances, a lot of stuff was exposed from overhearing things or being in the court. Maybe the judge speaking on it, because that allegedly is why Blueface was in court the day in questioning when Chrisean Rock had to go in the court to see about her blue daddy and got arrested or set up, or whatever happened that day. It's allegedly. However, they're saying, the legal docs are saying it appears that he got a slap on the wrist. So the really strong case that could have held him did not hold him at all. Now that judge, she was, I'll tell you one thing: if you come back in here, you're gonna have something to pay for. She was gonna, sock it to him, but obviously she was having a good day and she had a change of fate, and he's not no longer in any kind of sort of trouble as far as doing any more time. They're allegedly saying that they're going to run it concurrent, so he's not getting away with the act. However, it's going to be tacked onto his probation time. And like I keep telling you guys, probation is time on layaway. So understand that. Make sure y'all put a like or dislike in the comment section. Now I'm going to play the section I want you guys to hear of the actual documents that were put on the file for the public to see what is going on, what is the status with Blueface. But keep in mind, even though the more serious charge in the state of Nevada, which is the attempted aliving with the Pum, the probation he has there, she spared him. Hey Jennifer, you're the first one in the live. She definitely spared him. However, we just might not know. California, they could, because it's not really a serious offense, they could, let it go. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they put you in a hole. I don't know if he's put in a hole because remember, it was exposed by another channel holder, let Wack 100 tell the story. And that was the only reason why Wack 100 was forcing his hand to have to even explain that to the public, what was going on about that situation. So we don't know if he got put in a hole for 30 days for it. That was his punishment. We don't know if he's going to have to do some extra time. We know his time has been pushed back because there been an ongoing case. Let Wack 100 tell it, of 3 months of them fighting this case of what was found in his cell. So we have to stay tuned. So as far as we know, he's definitely not going to do a few years in Nevada because he got more probation and time in Nevada than he has in California. That's like a California is a cakewalk. So definitely I can say, in my opinion, still, just to be safe, that Blueface was in fact coming home. So but what I don't get is how he's coming home, but Chrisean Rock had lesser non-serious charges and she's being put through the ringer. Thank you for your truth. We need more people like you on here. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, sweetie. Star, good morning, Miss Davis. So he's coming home before her. Yep. So that's what it seems like. He's coming home before her because we see that Oklahoma is being really petty. Um, And like I said, playing devil's advocate. I also got I have a surprise for you. I want to share something with you as well after I let you listen to the legal docs of that Blueface in fact was cut a break. But I wanted to also share something else with you, giving you an example of how I view or how serious these super fans and supporters can be in these situations of the social media entities like Chrisean Rock and Blueface. I think people take it way too far. Good morning, Nessie. Good morning. Queen Grammar Rocks, thank you for keeping us updated on Blueface and Chrisean Rock updates. Thank you. I said the same thing. She had light work. Right, exactly, Nessie. Wack have house in Oklahoma, he told. She was on the run and beating people up, catching charges. Yeah, she was doing a lot of stuff, but I think that she's learning slowly but surely. And I think that a lot of people, like people I know in my real life, they're learning from things that they have done. I know I've learned from things that I've done in my past. So I don't hold people hostage to the yesterday. No one's above life's classroom is how I look at it. So, that's how I, see it. Maybe the reason Blueface is coming home is because he did turn himself in with Chrisean. Right. That's funny you brought that up because now we can play devil's advocate again, Linda G. But what you said is exactly how I looked at it. It's better for you when you have a warrant to turn yourself in because it looks good to you, to the courts, that you acknowledge that you have warrants. Whether you have one or two at this point, it's not about beating yourself up. Oh, I got warrants and I'm afraid that they're going to do this and that. It's taking accountability. So because Blueface took accountability, he's serving a sentence. Also, LA County jails are overcrowded. It just makes it that much easier. And he's also a flight risk. Even though he's put in a protected space because of his status, he's still always going to be a liability to that jail until they release him. So even though he's now going to be fighting this case in California, he's not fighting whether or not they're going to violate his probation and sentence him in Nevada. Allegedly, as of what I'm hearing from what I took from it, he's coming home. And the reason why it's a little safe to say he's coming home because he had worse charges in Nevada, the unaliving with the Pum Pum. Now, what was found, and it was probably a small amount, which was probably enough that they could charge him for not for distributing, but for personal use. I don't think for a small crime like that, even though it's a felony, it would be considered a petty crime, in my opinion. In my opinion, disclaimer, only because they have bigger fish to fry. And they just cannot take the chance of just having somebody in there serving a sentence and then do 5 or 6 more months on top of that, or year or whatever, some harsh sentence, behind his stupidity, because they need it for more serious felons, people that are committing serious crimes. Let me read these. I watched, she was on them. It says at this point he can be her support assist. Right, right. I hope lucky girl, I hope so. Yes, it does. Thank you so much for this update. Yes. And I'm very happy. I'm mad at Blueface because I feel as though, I seen his Snapchat. I was gonna do an edit to it, also put that up. I don't know, maybe if I do a later live today, if I have the energy and I'm not tired, I'll probably do that. Everyone can go over there anyways and see it. But I just feel as though, he should have took the time out, did a jail call with Bodine or Wack 100, and at least mention, good morning, Latisse, Chrisean Rock. She represents him. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button as y'all come in. Show some love and hit the like button, please. But like I said, Blueface is who Blueface is, and Chrisean is who Chrisean is. And I think sometimes women love harder than men, or at least I'll say that men love probably just as hard as women. However, they don't show it like women do. We're more passionate and sensitive, where men aren't. But anyways, getting off of that, can't wait for him to come home. I was listening to something that Carlissa put up with the blonde head. She's going blonde now. The blonde head hooligan had on her head, and it just sounded like she's not even in the loop of the good news that her son's coming home. She was talking about, he had a liquor license. He had so much going for himself. Now I guess he's pretty much got to worry about getting this restaurant that he's building up or renovating. But he's behind bars. She's kind of sort of blaming everybody. And she was dragging her daughter because allegedly, and I didn't really get too much in it. And I'm gonna start getting into a lot of stuff that's in this circus, because I'm not gonna just continuously report on Chrisean Rock and Blueface. I will give updates, of course, daily updates, but I want to give updates of everything that's going on so it makes sense. So everything comes to a circle. And it's not like a half circle with an entrance, an empty hole, and what's next, or how did this come about type. We're gonna make sure we complete the circle. So I'm gonna start reporting on that. And I'm also going to start doing a lot of stuff that is relevant to the circus and all this BS that's going on. But it's gonna be, put it like this: you guys miss Blueface and you guys miss Chrisean Rock, all right? But trust me, you guys are gonna be so, after a month, you're gonna be wanting them to go away. Like a lot of you guys were saying, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning. You was like, man, they just need to get off of social media. I'm so tired of this mess. I'll give it 30 days, y'all are gonna be burnt out. She only wants her own fame and platform. Right. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah. Carlissa is drama queen. Yep, she's definitely a drama queen, Jennifer. But yeah, he's coming home. It's the funny thing is he'll probably be coming home before um, Chrisean Rock. And it probably also looks good for Blueface, because California is going to be looking at, if they drop those serious charges that would have violated him, and that's why he's sitting in California doing a sentence, and they didn't give him any more time. California might say, listen, he's a flight risk, he's a celebrity, If somebody wants to really get to him, they can get to him. We need to get this man, transfer him out of here, transfer him to the streets, back to freedom. If he messes up again, he knows he's going to be back in here again for a violation. I hope. And it's so scary because these people are so out there and wild. They're wilding out here in these streets that I just hope that Blueface acknowledges that he's getting a pass. God is definitely looking out for him. But they always say that God looks out for baby and fools and honey. Blueface is a fool and a baby, and so is Chrisean Rock, because I'm not going to leave one out without chastising the other, because they both need to get themselves together. But I just hope, for whatever strange reason, if Chrisean's situation gets finished before Blueface, even though we know that if California doesn't hit him with a 1-2-1-2 on that substance that they found in his cell. This is California now. I don't want y'all to get it mixed up. Not Nevada. If she for some reason gets out before him, and he might have to do a couple more weeks or a month or so or two, I just hope that she gets out and she makes it about Chrisean Rock. That money changed Carlissa for real. It sure did. Right, because they react before they think. Right, exactly. And that's what they're like, loose cannons, both of them. And they think that it's cute, like, yeah, that's what I'm about. And no, you shouldn't want to be about that, because that's getting you into a lot of trouble. And you signing checks that you can't cash. Both of y'all are. So y'all need to sit down and have several seats. But I'm gonna show you the update. Shout out to Hennessy Review. I'm just gonna show you this. She did almost close to an hour live, but I just want to show you, let you listen to the good news, what appears to be the good news. And then we're gonna get off of that. We're not gonna play her whole video. However, we're gonna play where she talks about the slap on the wrist, even though the judge said, if I see you in my courtroom one more time, she's gonna send him away for a while. So that's why we was like, he's going to jail. But no, it's not happening like that. Maybe she forgot. And if she sees people like Blueface on a regular basis doing crash dummy moves, if she didn't write down that that's what her promise to herself was to do for him, she may have forgot. I don't know, but it was publicized, so I don't understand how she would have forgot that. But for whatever reason, she was in a good mood, and he cut a break. That's all I can tell you.
Because I'm tripping just a little bit.
That like button.
Just a little bit.
The situation is worse. I know Chrisean is.
Okay, so now we got everything together. Let me check the screen and make sure the screen is good. The screen is good and as it should be. And now we are going to get all up into this doc. Let me get my comments where I want them at.
Probably so.
Because baby,
Wax the weasel talk her.
Tired of typing tons of notes during class? There's finally a better way. It's called Otter. Let's say I'm in class.
You ain't doing right.
When I seen this,
I said, called him a weasel.
So the state of Nevada motion to quash the bench warrant. This was filed on June 17th. Now, y'all remember when Papa Blue asked the question of who was going to come home first? If it was Blue or Chrisean?
Talk about it.
I think he knew this already. It says, come now, defendant Jonathan Porter by and through his attorney, Christina Wildenveld. I guess that's how you say that. And the law offices of Christina, and respectfully moves this honorable court to quash the bench warrant issued by this court on February 1st of 2024. Okay, filed on this date, on the 17th day of June. All right.
So allegedly, and like I said, because paperwork can change, it could have been, because errors can be made, human errors, how things are put into the system. But it was basically from California type of a hearing. He did not have to leave and be transported to Nevada. So let's get that out of our head. All of this was taken care of from the humble abodes where Blueface is now living until he is released in California. So he did not have to go physically into California. And let's hope a change will happen with Chrisean Rock, where Oklahoma does not pick her up within the 30 days or whatever the time they have allotted, or they just don't pick her up and she has to come in on her own recordness. But they're just purposely just holding her for 30 days just to get back at her for not clearing them up in a timely fashion. But yes, he did not have to and does not have to go to Nevada to deal with this in court in the flesh, because it was dealt with from California, probably via conference call or something. So the difference is the type.
And it appears that there was an appearance that was made in court. This was filed on June 24th at 9:30 a.m. in the courtroom. Defendant's motion to quash the bench warrant, and this was by Kathleen Delaney. Now, I am surprised that Miss Delaney was willing to hear all of this, because she said she wasn't playing around with him.
Yeah, she did say that.
But let's read what this has to say. It says, appearance continued, defendant Porter present via telephonically from California. So he was on the phone from Cali, having court.
So it was a phone conversation, conference call.
Upon the court's inquiry as to the supplemental reporting of California, Ms. Potts advised the state will be treating this as a technical violation. Okay, so he was violated. There was a violation, guys. It was not a mistake or mishap or misunderstanding as Wack put out there. He has a technical violation. Okay, Miss Woodeville, I guess that's how you say it, advised the defendant has been in custody in the state of California since late October. Now, he didn't get arrested until January, so I don't even understand how this late October thing was able to slide through the court, because that's not true. We all watched him turn himself in on January 12th of 2024, so I don't know how he's been in their custody. I don't know. He was on probation way before October, so I'm not understanding this.
That's why sometimes you don't want to jump the gun. You know how I just said human errors can be made, things can be changed on the docket. So that's why, we have to still say allegedly and all that, because he got surrendered and turned himself in, came with his lawyer with that red raincoat on, okay, looking all crazy. And he turned himself in after the new year, and it was in January. I don't remember the day, but Hennessy Review just said the day it was. But it was in the month of January. Like the second week in January, he turned himself in. So I don't know where they're getting this October from.
This late October thing that's being spoken of. But anywho, and the parties are in agreement to the technical violation.
I don't know.
With 30 days concurrent with the time defendant is serving in California.
So they're going to add it on to the time he already has.
They're running his violation concurrent with his California case. Further, the parties agree defendant will not lose the reduction that was previously agreed to. Okay. On the drop down, the court noted
he's got
the drop down is not the judgment of conviction. Ms. Potts advised the drop down would still be on the table. Counsel advised it is in the guilty plea agreement. Okay, the court noted that the court can do a minute order to correct the judgment of conviction if needed. Upon the court's inquiry, defendant stipulated to a technical violation of probation. Matter submitted. Court ordered probation temporarily revoked and defendant sentenced to 30 days in the Clark County Detention Center. So they were sentencing him to 30 days. They have revoked his probation and sentenced him to 30 days with 30 days credit for time served concurrent with the defendant's California case. So when they revoked his probation. They sentenced him. He was going to get 30 days in Clark County, but instead they decided to run it concurrent with the California.
Like, get him out of here. We had him here long enough.
Thereafter, probation reinstated. Further court ordered. Bench warrant quashed. Court noted defendant is still on probation in this case.
He'll be coming home.
And admonished defendant to report to parole and probation within 48 hours of release from custody of California. Now, let me come over here and let me see what y'all talking about.
At your boy, he'll be coming home.
Let me see what y'all talking about over here.
Holla at your boy will be coming home. Y'all said you guys were bored and without him. I admit that it has been boring without him. I feel like people
this is why his supervising officer
need him to, I guess, to direct.
Free Chrisean. Absolutely.
Yeah, they need to.
Junior does need his mom. What?
More than he needs Blue.
There's over 120 people sipping this Henny with 88 likes. Can y'all get these likes up? Like, come on now. Y'all coming over here watching the video. Can y'all get them?
Yeah, so hit that like button over here as well. Thank you. But make sure y'all hit the like button as well. Looks like this chat is coming in okay because I've been having some internet issues. But yeah, it surprised me that Blueface was going to be getting out. Because we knew after he picked up that case in California, while sentenced in California. And people were running around with people think that when they stop rumors that it's gonna make Blueface, like for an example, stay in there longer. When they made the rumors about methamphetamines, let me tell you something. The legal system, that is their territory. They know what Blueface did behind closed doors, and whatever they found inside of his room, can't nobody dictate a rumor and cause the state to go by a rumor on social media to keep this man in jail. If they tested it and it wasn't meth, it probably would have been a higher charge. But if they tested it and it wasn't meth, then it wasn't meth. If they tested it and it was any kind of substance, let's say substance. That's a better word than drugs. Substance, because I never heard of THCA less than 3% of weed, THC. But what my point is to you is, we're not the judge or the jury, and at the end of the day, those are the ones that make the sound decision what's going to happen with these entities. Yes, Miss Queries, it is very good, and that's just the bottom line. You can love these people or hate them, but commentators are going to continue to do their work and update the people who support these people. Or even if you don't support them, you still might be intrigued to want to know what's going on with them, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to continue to report them like I did for years on Nature Boy. Then I did Queen Op and Jaguar Right. And, I think this is the most interesting reporting. I actually enjoy reporting on Chrisean Rock and Blueface when they were out, when they were the couple, that it couple. And hopefully with all these alleged plans that Chrisean Rock says that they have in store for us, with the clothing line, with the music, with the show, her having her own show, them having a show together, the restaurant, that would be really fun, especially California natives, people who support my channel, them showing me maybe video clips of them going to the new Blueface's new restaurant and doing food reviews, and I can share that on my platform of my California natives going to the restaurant when it opens. I wish nothing but the best for them. I really do. Don't stay up with Blue and Chrisean as much as I used to. She's out. Yeah, but I will say that Chrisean definitely is the GOAT. But Chrisean is not going to continue to be the GOAT if she continues going forward to listen to what Blueface is saying to her, especially getting money. Because no man that has respect for you is going to tell a woman not to be a woman. A woman is a woman just like a man's a man because they take care of their responsibilities. And when a man tells you to stop taking care of your responsibilities, you should side-eye that man and question their motives. We all know his motives was out of selfishness. Him thinking that she was going to be running around with different men and probably lose interest in him, or he would not be able to get her under control. It says they wasn't any receipts for all those plans. Well, yeah, well, right. Miss Know-It-All, you're right about that. So that's why I just said allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't take what none of them say for face value, because of the simple fact that we all know, even the managers like Wack 100, they lie. You know what I'm saying? There's always more to the story, or they never even told the story. But listen, I want you guys to see how I visualize super fans. And maybe, you feel what I'm saying, Miss Know-It-All? Maybe you guys can get an understanding of, you might view content creators that do content on Chrisean Rock and Blueface as, obsessed, or enough's enough and get a life, report on somebody else. But this is how supporters that go overboard, disclaimer, overboard, and super fans go overboard. And it doesn't matter what these people do, you think that you're never gonna find fault in it. This is what this picture looks like. Somebody did a commentary video and I bumped into it and I said, wow. Now, if it doesn't apply, let it fly, because there are supporters of super fans who, whether or not they love, well, I'll say they not hater, because if they wouldn't be super fans of supporters, but if they love Chrisean and respect who she is, there are some super fans and supporters who, if she's wrong, she's wrong. And they're going to say she's wrong. And it's not that they're flip-flopping. It's just that they're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. They're not going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what you need to hear. But a lot of people, even if you're not a super fan or a fan or obsessed, I just want you to just visualize and hear just what it sounds and looks like when people get too evolved with these social media influencers. And it doesn't matter what I say or what the other channel holder says, or even TMZ says. You already got your mind made up what you want to think. And this is how mass confusion starts. So I thought this was interesting to share with you guys. Of course, I had to alter the video because there was some, profanity and everything going on. But I want to present this information.
He's just one of those artists that you either love him or you hate him. He's been in the spotlight for so long now that we've all been able to witness some of his major triumphs and his biggest losses.
I know,
gotta
right,
admit,
Buttercup?
I was on the hate train for a while, but I'm kind of over it now. But there are some people that no matter what will ride or die for this dude. I'm talking bend over backwards, defend, and worship him as if he can do no wrong. And although there are many of them, today I'll be talking about the one that might have taken it a bit too far. This is the curious case of Drake's biggest superfan. Turning back the clock to 2011, the world was a much different place.
Some people take this way too far.
Facebook was really poppin', MW3 had just dropped, the swag era was in full effect, LMFAO had the clubs going crazy, and Drake was just beginning his rise into the limelight. He had seen amazing commercial success with his debut album in 2010, but people were unsure if he would ever be able to replicate it. Yet, only 17 months later, Drake released his second studio album, Take Care, that commercially completely blew his first out of the water, selling 631,000 copies in its first week alone. It was clear that he, alongside his YMCMB collaborators, had the music industry in a chokehold. Their fanbase spread across the entire globe, yet there was one that would easily stand out above all the rest. It was an average day in California's City of Angels. The Will Rise tattoo shop, located on North Fairfax Avenue, was going on with business as usual. A customer walks in and eagerly requests a tattoo. So Kevin, one of the shop's artists, agrees and gets the job done. His boss Norm snaps a few photos of the process and later decides to upload them to social media, not expecting much of it. Almost immediately, the pictures go viral. People could not believe they were real. A face tat back then was a little unheard of. But a face tattoo that says f***ing Drake was something no one could have ever predicted.
Now, listen, I saw on TikTok, I don't know if they were real, and I'll probably look them up after this is over with. It looked like when Chrisean Rock got the face tattoo of Blueface, there were other girls that got them done too. Now, I'm not going to go back and forth for anybody in this chat because we have experts up here that can be at every place at all times, and they can pretty much try to debunk it. But I did see pictures, whether they were fake tattoos or not, even playing around that you put a fake tattoo on your face of Blueface speaks volumes. Regular people will never get this many chances. Exactly. You already know that, lucky girl. OMG, I could never tap my face. I'm trying to tell you, me neither. Super fans and fans.
Straight away, the internet had so many questions. Mainly how and why. But that wouldn't be answered until a Vice interview on December 8th, 2011 with Kevin, the tattoo artist, where he details the encounter and states his thoughts on the whole ordeal. According to Kevin, the unnamed, eyebrowless woman came into the parlor super hyped on the idea of the tattoo. She acted as if she had planned it out for a while. She had the font all picked out on her iPhone, ready to go, and was pretty adamant on putting it on her forehead. She didn't go into detail on the meaning behind it, and Kevin, having prior experience tattooing Crip members in Harbor City, assumed it was the woman's hood or something. Before he put the stencil on her, he made sure to lay out the potential consequences of such an outlandish face tat, and after giving her 3 chances to change her mind, he finally printed out the first image of the tattoo, and the woman was not satisfied. She wanted me to go bigger so that it pretty much went from each side of her hairline to the other. She had me enlarge it a bit and push it up. Once she agreed on the placement, Kevin got to work, in the end only completing the outline as that's all the woman could afford. I think by the time I finished she was coming down off drugs because her attitude changed drastically once the tattoo was finished. But since Kevin had done crazier tattoos, and he's also a firm believer in people getting the tattoos they deserve, he didn't think much of this piece at all. Yet, things totally changed once the pictures hit the internet and he learned the true meaning of the tattoo. Both tattoo artists and the general public were grilling him for going through with such a piece. Kevin was disappointed to figure out that the woman was just a crazy fan and started getting mixed feelings about the tattoo, stating, "I guess I feel bad that this the name of the softest hip-hop tattooed on her, but what makes it any less valid of a tattoo to her? I lost a little sleep over it that first night, wondering if I wanted to be known as that asshole who tattooed Drake on some crackhead's forehead." The image continued to circulate online, and eventually reached its way to Drake himself.
"What up, Mondo Fresco, my man Drizzy Drake?" "Yes, what's going on?" "Yo, have you seen this picture?"
"I have."
"What are your thoughts on it?"
"I want to meet her and understand what happened." That's cool though. Like I feel you 100%. That to me is like absolutely incredible. I don't know if you can see it, but this girl tattooed Drake on her forehead. The guy who tatted it will tell you that. I don't view you to that tat artist, by the way, because you're for real, and you should lose your job, and you should never do tattoos again if I ever see him. But bro, I really like. I want to talk to this girl and understand it all. You know. I know, yeah, no, straight up. No, it was love. I mean, it's crazy. It's surreal. I don't even want to look at it anymore because it's surreal, you know. Yeah.
As you can tell, Drake was not happy, and his call out towards the artist drew more attention towards Kevin and the tattoo. To add more fuel to the fire, Kevin responded to the video saying he would totally fight Drake, leading to a slew of Drake fans to talk and threaten him on Twitter, saying things like, "Dude, don't ever talk to OVO, you gonna get dogged out," and "You not about that life, calm your turkey chop, and quit trying to get fame off Drake, you don't nobody give a f*** you. Use a non-factor." The man was fighting for his life online and spent the rest of his Christmas week responding to people and defending himself. On December 29th, right before the New Year's, things got a bit more real. Drake actually decided to pull up to the tattoo shop where Kevin was working. However, it didn't go exactly as you'd think. Kevin noted on Twitter that Drake pulled up in a limo, but never actually stepped out of the vehicle, instead opting to send some of his bodyguards inside the shop to have a little chat with Kevin. They told him that, quote, "Nobody in the state of California was going to hurt Drake," before leaving and driving off. People found the interaction online, and a couple weeks went by before things were seemingly hashed out between the two. Kevin tweeted out, "Drake beef officially squashed. Everyone can now move on. Only positivity from here on out." Apparently, he and Drake shook hands outside the shop, and both agreed things had gotten a little out of hand. Many years later, in 2019, Kevin made his last social media post talking about the incident, where he stated that he and his boss apparently scared Drake's security guard out of the shop with weapons.
Be in jail.
Yet after all this time, there still has been the lingering question of who this mystery woman was and how she was doing after the tattoo. She never went back to the shop to complete it, and also didn't leave her number on the consent form, so there was no way of contacting her. Years went by without any information until in 2019 when a user by the name of the_X commented on a lipstickalley.com post asking about the woman's whereabouts. I saw her in a place that's notorious for getting heroin. I wasn't buying any drugs, just passing through. She still has the tattoo and was walking around dazed and talking to herself, possibly high, but obviously insane. Now, I'm not sure if this person is telling the truth or not, but it doesn't seem like a very unlikely outcome. There are other people online claiming the woman passed away or is in prison, but again, no evidence is ever presented, so things are left a mystery. I personally am just going to believe Reddit user beer_is_tasty's post and conclude that after Drake lost a lot of popularity, she got the tattoo altered and started working as a highway construction flagman, with the tattoo now saying break. In all seriousness though, this is a pretty crazy and sad situation. The woman literally ruined her entire life in just a couple hours with this tattoo. The tattoo artist was technically just doing his job, but the fact that he mentioned he noticed she was on some kind of drugs does make the whole situation a lot more unfortunate. I'm really surprised that no one has been able to provide any information on the woman, as she can probably be recognized from a mile away, but all I can hope is that she's doing better and that maybe one day we'll get a real conclusion to this story.
Yeah, I want to share that with you guys. Yeah, people go really far with it. Now, I mean, I haven't seen too many people in the community quite yet sending me any face tattoos, but I know that I saw some on TikTok. I'm gonna look it up. Let me see. I'm gonna look up women Blueface tattoos. And I'm gonna look up Chrisean face tat. All right. They might just pull up only Chrisean. Oh, yeah, there was one right here. Oh, yep. I knew I wasn't crazy. Share. Yep, I remember. This is the one I remembered. Another woman is going viral for getting a Blueface tattoo on her face. Crazy. Why would you do that? Because Chrisean did it. Crazy. I remember this picture here popped up because she was just as viral as CashApp with this tattoo. Let me see this, but there was like a skit that was done too, not with her, but with a TikToker. So let me see if they'll show. All right, let me try to get up out of here. Oh, here it is. Let me see, but I'm gonna say women. Let me say get Blueface tattoo. Like, I'm quite sure there's more people than that one girl, but oh, wait a minute. There's an updated picture of that girl. Oh, shoot. You know how, like, when the ink starts to, oh, that's fake. That's got to be fake. That's got to be fake. It looks fake to me. I might be wrong. We'll see in a minute. I got close up on that. That looks fake when they show. That's the girl right there. I didn't see this one. This is an update one. That's a joke, though. That's a Sharpie. No, it looks like one of those peel on. Look at it. Let me pause it. That looks like a peel on. I'm sorry, ma'am. That looks like a peel on. I'm quite sure you can get custom fake tattoos like she got. Remember, it was shaded in dark at first, and then just like Chrisean, once the ink that's not supposed to stay was washed away, you know, it looked like this, but it's a little bit more faded. It scares inspiration to me. Like, why would you need a tattoo? I'm trying to tell you, like a man with respect would even want you. Thank you, Ms. Bev 1950, baby. It says, I think it's a fake one too. I'm gonna see if I can get some more literature on this. But that girl done lost her mind if that is true. They're pretty much doing her makeup though. It says Chrisean copied her tattoo. This saying up here, Chrisean copied her tattoo up here in the sub. Oh, girl. Matter of fact, let me see if we can find this girl. Chrisean copied her tattoo. Girl, bye. Or whoever wrote that. Let me not say girl, bye. We don't know who wrote it. Let's see if we can see some more. But she's the only one, and this is my second time seeing her, that did this. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's her. We already seen this one, so we're not going to look at it again. Girl, you crazy. If that is real. Let me see if there was any other people. I know she didn't. Let me see. Oh, no, you didn't. That's fake. Let me see if she says it's fake.
I'm a bad little bitch.
Oh, we don't need that. That looks fake too, and I hope you didn't get that one because you look slow with that all them color schemes, honey. Look like you got a Burberry shirt on your face. Good. You doing the most. This one here, that looks definitely fake. Girl, you better get out and get your shine on. I had it on mute having a whole conversation with myself. Chrisean already had tattoos removed from Blue's. I know. Says, why would she put that boy on her face? I don't know. She is so pretty. I was sitting there talking with the mute button on saying, look at that girl. She is so pretty. Chrisean is naturally pretty. She don't even have to wear makeup, and Chrisean is so pretty. She is so pretty. And you know what else I love about her? She don't be getting like plastic surgery or nothing like that. She's naturally, genetically beautiful. We're on mute sounds. You're not on mute now. You was on mute because I was talking to myself looking at these pictures. But she's such a beautiful girl. Good. Why you get that tattoo on you? Good. And the first girl you showed, her looks very cheap compared to Rock's. Right. I think those are fake tattoos, the ones that you wet them and then you peel them, you put it on your face and you peel them off. Hey, Cyrus, salute to you as well. Thank you so much. How did she lose her mind and Chrisean didn't? The fake ones are funny. The real ones, Rock got is sick. Lucky girl, you bad. Lucky girl is bad. She being bad. I figured you was on. Yeah, I was on mute. But I got so mesmerized in her pictures because she's such a beautiful girl. She looks great. Exactly. Yes, she is. She is a beautiful girl. Naturally. Let's get it right. Naturally. She is a beautiful girl. And that picture right there, she looks like her mother in that picture. Like when I say her mother, I don't need any disrespect in the comment section. I'm talking about when her mother was young, before she allegedly got on drugs, in my opinion. She looks like a younger version of her mother with the tan skin and the way her face looks to me. Because her mother is a beautiful, high cheekboned woman, but see, drugs can do a number on you. So, yeah, so, she's a very, to me, beautiful girl. And she's very athletic. It's a blessing, that she's been through a lot, but she's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful woman. Yeah, let's get up out of here, though. Yeah, so, yep. Blueface, for the ones that are just coming in the chat, looks like he'll be home sooner than we think. He's not in trouble with Nevada. He did a telephone call with the courts of Nevada, and it looks like he got caught a break. He better stop playing with fire, because I'm gonna tell you something. You keep playing around and you might not be lucky. Your luck will definitely run out after a while. When people get tired of being tired, they will definitely handle their business with you, Blueface. You better be paying attention. You got a tablet. I'm quite sure you be on social media listening to these commentary channels trying to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And whether you listen to it or not is another question. Yeah, I see her mother in there. Yep. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Tasiki and her, the best looking too. Yep, they are the best looking too. Yes, my mama was beautiful, but substance ruined them and took her life. Losing, you said took her life, losing her made me get my. I know that's right, Butterfly 314. You're saying that your mother passed away from the addiction. Butterfly 314. Chrisean is naturally beautiful regardless of how she acts. She is. You can't take that away from her. You definitely can. I think that she could be doing a lot more with her talent. And and when I say talent, people say, well, what talent does she have? Listen, I've heard since I've been doing commentary on her, some of her music, but I feel like people have talent when they're being themselves, and people can graduate. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's put some praying hands in the chat for Butterfly 314. But yeah, I think that that's a talent, a gift in itself when you can put yourself up on a competitive platform and people just love you for you, you know. So, you know, that's how I feel. So you know, I just feel like she should be taking advantage of that talent and not letting a man, you know, dictate policy. She's even beautiful how she acts. People just take the worst parts of her. Yep, you're right. The other sister that be in church all the time is pretty too. Actually, all of them are pretty. Yeah. Hey, Roseanne, Cyrus. Yeah, but you know, they're all pretty. You know, I'm just saying, I think and agreeing. Then none of them are ugly. She made some beautiful children. The mother has, I will say that. Thank the Lord to the mother, because I did see the daddy. And I'm not being disrespectful, because don't no woman want you to be saying, "Oh, her man is fine." Get your own man and say he fine. But you know, Chrisean's father, he look all right. He probably in his day, he was probably, you know, a looker. He was something to look at, but right now he's not. But you know how them pharmaceuticals do, folks. You know, but you know, I just wish the best for both of them. I hope they get out. I know Blueface is not on time, on no kind of time where he's gonna disappear from social media once he gets back on social media, because he knows he knows that if he gets back up on social media and he doesn't do his big one, that he's gonna be a one-hit wonder. You gotta get to balance. So, you know, but listen, all right. Thank y'all for coming through. I love y'all. Y'all know y'all be holding it down. I love y'all for that. Make sure on the way out, y'all hit that like or that dislike. I promise you it's free to like. Also, make sure you share the video. Also, before you leave, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some pippin in it. Make sure that you go up to the top of the description box of this video and make sure that you're subscribed to my second channel. I will not always be streaming on both lives at the same time. And you don't want to miss any updates or anything I'm going to be doing in the near future. So it's up at the top, pinned there. So make sure that you guys go up at the top on your way out before you exit, and click onto that link. No talking about them, but remind. Cute, babe. Have a blessed Sunday. You as well, Queen Grandma Rocks. So it's my. Oh, let's put some birthday wishes for Nessie. Come on, let's do that for my mom before I leave. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Happy birthday to Nessie. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? 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 Happy birthday, Nessie. Nessie, are you going to get zesty? I'm just messing with you, baby. So I'm on day 2 at what's this? Day 2. I'm on day 2 of my fast. If y'all want to join me, let's make it last. Come on, let's detoxify that body and get our minds right. So if y'all want to join the movement, just DM me. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. And happy Sunday. Be safe. And I will talk to you very soon. Premiere video coming out tonight.